Welcome back to another episode of Talk of the Trinity. It's just me, WF, Will Forrest. There's no Baz at the moment. Just a quick lunch break podcast, if you like. Basically because I've just seen the news about Danny Drinkwater, which has been knocking around now for a couple of hours. Apparently he's at Bodymore Heath having a medical. Now, Danny Drinkwater for me, 29-year-old, soon to turn 30 in March. Not a bad signing at all. He's someone who I'd identified before in the podcast with Baz that I'd look to bring in as a central midfielder. I think he could definitely add some versatility to Douglas Luiz and Marvellous Nakamba. What it means for those two, I don't know. But Drinkwater has that Premier League experience that we need. Okay, he's not played many games in the last couple of seasons. He was out of favour under Sarri at Chelsea. Lampard decided to turf him out, no pun intended, to turf more, and he didn't play much at Burnley either. 1 goal in 12 appearances for Chelsea. Before that, though, he was at Leicester, and at Leicester, 193 games, 13 goals, earned him 3 England caps in that time as well. So he's definitely a good player, a good central midfielder. Now, one of the sticking points with this transfer seems to be that, or not a sticking point really, but one of the things that is making people think, really? What? Is the £110,000 a week wage that we're paying for this loan. But do you know what? If it keeps it up, if he helps to keep us up, it will be worth every single penny, obviously. I did put a tweet out earlier. Our Twitter account is @TalkTrinity. Trinity is in the Trinity Road. Please check us out and follow. And I had some responses from Leicester fans, which I'd asked for, only a couple. And very nice of them to get back. There was Scott, who's @Sir Roboto, who said that Drinkwater's long passing is very good. Kante used to get the ball for him so that he could start counter-attacks. And that on his day, he was passionate and world-class. Martin Smith, whose Twitter is @MartinLeicester, said that he was very good at putting balls down the channels, which is something we will need with playing the full-back, wing-back system. Defensively, he was good, something that we know we need to improve on, but he could be sloppy with his passing at times. Hopefully, we see the best of Danny Drinkwater. We see the Leicester City Danny Drinkwater. Now, he started his career at Man United, and he was one of those players who never actually made it for them. He got sold on, had many loans, but during his time at Old Trafford between 2008 and 2012, he played, or would have known, James Chester, who was there from 2007 till 2011, and also Tom Heaton, who was there from 2003 to 2010. Now, I don't know whether they ever sat with each other in the canteen, eating pasta, talking about their next loan moves. They may have been out on loan all at the same time, but it's familiar faces. They're people that they know. It should help him to settle in a bit better. He won't be able to play tomorrow night against Leicester, but should be able to come straight into the team against Man City. So there's a question for you. Does Danny Drinkwater walk straight into the team against Man City, or is he a substitute that potentially comes on and we actually look to give him a reserve game and then play him against Brighton in what is another 6-pointer when we travel to the Amex? Now, a couple of other downsides really for this transfer is that it means that Olivier Giroud and Michy Batshuayi won't be joining us. We're only allowed to have one player from a team. So it's a shame. Giroud is obviously a class Premier League striker, as is Batshuayi. Though there were rumours that Batshuayi wasn't interested in coming. He wants to stay and fight for his place at Chelsea. And Giroud is lining up his options. And if he's got Inter Milan coming in for him, and they're looking like they may win their first Serie A title for many a season, then it'd be silly not to go there, really, especially with the pull of European football. You have to wonder, though, does this mean that we're going to be given the green light for Glenn Murray? Now, Glenn Murray, I've seen on Twitter, people saying, what's the point in getting him? He's old, he's past it, his legs have gone. I don't really think he ever had any legs, to be honest. He obviously had legs. But for a man who's got 33 goals in 99 games for Brighton since 2017, I think it is, he's a player who knows where the ball is. He's a typical fox in the box. He'll score headers. He'll score goals for you. I'd take that. It's a 6-month deal, whether that's a transfer, hopefully a free transfer, we just pay his wages, or a loan. That's if Brighton can get someone in. I'd take a gamble on him. Then you bring in someone else alongside him. Could Mitrovic join? Didn't play in the FA Cup. Not sure as to why. I don't know whether he was injured or whether Scotty Parker was thinking, actually, do you know what? We will decrease his value if he can't play in the FA Cup. Let's keep it a couple of million more than, what it would be if he did play. And look to flock him. Mitrovic's having a great season. He knows where the back of the net is in the Premier League. I wasn't a fan, but the more I think about it, the more I do believe he would be a good signing. Him and Murray, that could be quite good up front. It gives you a beast in Mitrovic, and both of them know where the back of the net is. And then you've got the latest link, quite an exciting link, and it's Christoph Piatek. And I hope I said his name right, AC Milan striker. When he joined them last season, he was on fire. Now, looking up about him, and I understand he's a classical number 9, most effective inside the penalty area, courtesy of his excellent positioning, accurate finishing, his height, his strength, and his tenacity. Yeah, it's come from Wikipedia. Anybody could have written that, to be honest with you. But he's played in a 3-5-2 formation as the main striker, usually on the left side. And he became a lone striker in a 4-3-3 at Milan. So, 2 systems, really, that we're used to. The 3-5-2, you could argue, very similar to the 3-4-3-5-2-3 that we're playing at the moment, whatever it is that Smith's doing. If he's then up front with somebody else and you've got Jack Grealish in the hole, hopefully he'll be able to get forward and bang some goals in. And if we could sign him, that would be fantastic. 35 million he joined Milan for. I'm sure that he will have added a bit more on. So maybe it's not a realistic signing, but it is definitely an exciting transfer link. Well, thank you for listening. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Have a listen back to our other 2 videos. We're hoping to have another video after the Leicester City game, previewing the next 3. Though it may just be me, depending on Baz's availability. Join us on Twitter @TalkTrinity. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. We're trying to be quite engaging on there, doing polls. One of the best things about Twitter is doing polls, isn't it? And talking all things Aston Villa. We love to hear your thoughts. We love for you to give us some topics to talk about as well. Anyway, looks like Danny Drinkwater is going to be signing. Let's get behind him. Let's get behind the lads tomorrow and hope that we can get a good result going into that second leg against Leicester City at Villa Park. See you next time. Up the Villa.